It all started with a penny. I was a kid who found a single cent on the sidewalk. Instead of spending it, I saved it. That penny became the seed for a lifelong experiment in compounding. I was inspired by stories of Warren Buffett and the snowball effect, so I made it my mission to always reinvest whatever I earned, no matter how small. The first step was learning about money. I read everything I could, books like The Intelligent Investor, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and The Millionaire Next Door. I learned that the most important factor in wealth building isn't how much you start with, but how consistently you invest and how early you start. With my first investment, I started small. I did odd jobs, collected cans, and saved every penny. By the time I was a teenager, I had $100. I opened a custodial brokerage account and bought my first index fund, an S&P 500 ETF. I kept adding to it. In my early 20s, I worked part-time jobs and lived well below my means. Every paycheck, I put at least 50% into investments, broad market ETFs, some high-growth stocks, and eventually, a few well-researched options trades. I learned to negotiate every purchase, avoid high-interest debt. I used free budget apps to track every dollar. The real turning point came when I started a side business in college. I noticed a gap in the local market for affordable web design for small businesses. I started with almost nothing, reinvested every dollar of profit, and grew the business slowly. After a few years, I sold it for $50,000. Instead of spending the windfall, I rolled it all into my investment portfolio again, focusing on low-cost index funds, but also allocating a portion to emerging tech stocks and private startups I believed in. By my 30s, the portfolio had grown into the hundreds of thousands. I kept my lifestyle modest, avoided lifestyle inflation, and used every bonus or tax refund to buy more assets. I bought a discounted home in a developing neighborhood, fixed it up, and watched its value triple in a decade. I rented out rooms, generating extra cash flow that I funneled back into investments. As my net worth grew, so did my opportunities. I started angel investing in promising startups, using my experience and network to spot winners. One of those early investments was in a small fintech company that eventually went public. My $10,000 stake turned into $2 million almost overnight. By my 40s, I was managing a multi-million-dollar portfolio. I continued to reinvest, automate my investments, and look for asymmetric opportunities, places where the upside far outweighed the downside. I started a fund, attracting other investors, and took a small percentage as a management fee, which I also reinvested. The final leap to $1 billion came through a combination of patience, discipline, and a few lucky breaks. The tech sector boomed, and my early positions in companies like Tesla, Amazon, and several biotech firms grew exponentially.